Alright, welcome back to another SegWeather video, and we're back with another one about Welcome back to another SegWeather video, and we're back with your forecast for Monday, August 17th of 2026. We're going to go ahead and dive into what to expect for your day. Starting off with this morning, we do have ongoing shower and storm chances occurring across parts of southern Kansas into northern Oklahoma, stretching to parts of the Midwest. You can see a couple showers ongoing, and this is coming in advance of a cold front, which is currently sweeping across much of the Midwest right now. You can see the front right over here with the blue line with the triangles pointing out towards the south. That's where it is sitting at this point, but it's eventually going to move off towards the east and then bring in a lot of that sunshine as we head towards later on today. So finally a break from the rainfall in the Midwest, only briefly, because another cold front out here in Canada right now is going to be coming down towards the south, and that's what's going to usher in some more storm chances as we head towards midweek. Now, looking at the current watches and warnings, we do have not too much to talk about other than the heat advisories in place for much of the deep south right now. That's in the oranges for heat index values over 100 being possible, and then the dark pinks represent heat warnings, meaning values over 105 being likely. And that's the same thing for the Southwest, seeing that same exact situation for the heat wave ongoing there. And then the flood watch remaining in place for parts of the Appalachians areas throughout the day today, as they're expecting more of those storm chances to continue. And then the Pacific Northwest, still a little bit of those air quality alerts in place this morning as those fires start to die down a bit throughout the course of your day. Now, looking at that severe threat, we do have up to a slight risk in place for parts of the upper plains today, a scattered severe storm risk possible for you guys, and same thing for parts of eastern Tennessee into North Carolina, looking at some strong storms being possible there, and then surrounding marginal risk level 1 for some isolated strong storms in parts of those areas. Same thing for Oklahoma, for Montana, and for parts of the plains as well, and stretching into the Midwest. And then looking at the tornado risk, looking a bit low with only a 2% risk, still a chance of a tornado or two in those areas, but nothing too significant. Damaging wind risk, again, will be a higher threat, looking at 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, especially with the strongest storms, especially looking at those yellow highlighted areas. The brown highlighted areas, this means a lower chance of that occurring. And then the hail risk also quite significant in the plains, looking at up to about an inch of hail being possible with some of these storms later on today. Now, looking at futurecasts, this is this afternoon and going into this evening, expecting those storm chances to be ongoing across still parts of the Midwest again. Still seeing those storm chances ongoing, more widespread towards the East Coast as that front continues to move off towards the east. Some shower and storm chances developing in the plains later on in the day today. And then overnight tonight into Tuesday morning, seeing that next run of storms develop out here in the plains in association to that cold front, which will be pushing on towards the south and bringing that chance for some severe weather as well by then. And speaking of that, looking at Wednesday into Thursday, we do expect this front to eventually push to the south and bring in some more widespread storm chances to the Midwest, Northeast, but behind it, looking at some much cooler air and finally a break from all the crazy weather as we head towards then. So, looking at finally cooler, nicer conditions across much of a good chunk of the Midwest into Northeast. So if you're looking out for that, then this is the week. As by Thursday, we'll be seeing that coming in, but towards the south, unfortunately, staying quite hot as we head throughout the course of the week. Now, looking at temperature-wise today, looking at a fairly hot day across the south, temperatures in the 90s to 100, so a hot day in these areas. Same thing for the southwest, temperatures in the 100s to 110s. Midwest temperatures in the 80s generally, with some 70s around as well. Out towards the Pacific Northwest, temperatures in the 90s, some 80s in the Rockies as well, even some 70s in parts of the Eastern Rockies too. And dew point wise, anything above 60, looking at some humid conditions for still the eastern part of the country, especially around the Ohio Valley region, still looking quite humid as that front slowly pushes off towards the east and again takes that very humid air with it. But That's it for this update. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to always get updated on whenever I post a video on this channel. Have a great day and stay weather aware.